visit Fields of the Woods. This is the 10 Commandments strode out. I wish I had like a drone so I could give you guys a much better view, but it is actually so cool. And we're gonna drive up there probably in a minute so you guys can see everything, but it's a giant 10 Commandments. And there's Bible verses up there at the top. One faith, one body. God's call for Christian unity. It's also a beautiful drive up through here and everything. The road's a little rough, but it's just beautiful trees and how green and the sun and everything. It's just hard to video because of all the bumps. Okay. It says the All Nations Cross. This All Nations Cross represents the cross on which Jesus was crucified. It is placed here in Fields of the Wood to magnify the death of our Lord. He did not die for only one nation, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad. Sorry, kind of hard to read. This is like all of the flags. All right. This is straight up. They're all the flags, and they are outlined in a cross. They make a cross. Different countries, different flags. To represent unity. You can see how it makes the cross. Makes a cross. Connects all the flags. So we spread out so that you can see how big it is. So I'm at one end. They're all the way at the other end. This is how tall the flags are, how big the cross is. And honestly, look how beautiful. How beautiful it is.
The flags are, this is the cross right here.
It is a
cross.
cross.
This is flags.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It represents unity of everybody together.
Some flags are down.
Yeah, I think they took one down maybe. They gotta put them back up, or maybe they just replaced the pole to something else. These have been here for a very long time, so I'm sure that they need some maintenance. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful up here. It's perfectly on the top of this hill. And look at that. Beautiful. So beautiful. I just can't get over how beautiful it looks. So pretty up here. Pretty little shade trees. And then you just look back. So we actually don't live far from this. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. And it's a really beautiful day. It's very hot, but it's a beautiful day. So it really just captures how pretty everything is. So that's the flag portion of it. We have a place for you to give donations to help support it, for like, I guess, to keep it going, you know, and maintenance. Here is the top of it. You used to could go in there and then go to the very top, but you can't anymore. Okay, Fields of the Woods history wall. This project was made possible in part by a generous donation from the family of Raymond Eugene Feltman to honor his life, ministry, and love for the Field of the Woods. I say Field of the Woods. I thought it had an S on the end, but I guess it doesn't. Okay, wow. This is big. So it says the park is here mainly because of one man used mightily of God, Ambrose Jessup Tomlinson, also known as A.J. Tomlinson, the history of Fields of the Wood, and the biography of A.J. Tomlinson. So they built it. In the spring of 1943 is when the Sanctuary Hall went up. Summer 1943, the baptism pool. So it has the history of everything, when everything went up, when everything happened. You can become a Field of the Wood partner to help support it. It shows pictures of like what it used to look like when they were building it and everything. Oh, and then it has steps. So see, the numbers up there match the numbers down here. So it shows you like when everything went up, when it was. So that's pretty cool. We're going to come around here. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. John 15:10. Like I said, they have this closed down. I'm not really sure. It does look a little run down on the inside. That might be why. Maybe it's kind of hard to keep up with. I'm not really sure. But these steps are pretty narrow, so gotta watch where I'm going here. That's all I need. And you can see it's kind of like walk at your own risk type thing, because a lot of it is broken and really needs to be redone. I'll try to get a picture of the kids in front of this in a minute. See if I can come down here. And you can see it. There's a whole bunch of it. It's like a whole park and everything. Obviously, you should avoid those steps on that side. These look newer. And you can walk all of this. But here they are on the side of the mountain. Big, beautiful mountains and everything. There's a baptism pool. They have church here. They do the Easter Sunday service here, I know. And everything. I'm going to walk down just a little bit because I want to try to get... Oh, wow. Don't hold the railing. Okay. And there we go. St. Matthew's 22, 37 through 40. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. It's just amazing to me. And like I said, this is very old. And it just took so much time and effort and work and thought into it. And it really should be so much bigger. This is completely free to visit too. So, and if you leave a donation. Cut out probably most of me trying to climb these steps because I'm not in shape and I don't want you to hear me struggling to breathe up through these things. So, there they are. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. This testament, a gift from the Church of God of North Carolina. Got picnic tables so you can rest, especially I guess if you're walking up here. Some trash cans in case you have a little lunch. And then this is it. I'll show you guys some other stuff. I don't know if we're gonna walk over there to that, like the plane and stuff. There's a Psalms of Praise. There's a bunch of stuff. There's the 3 crosses. Everything. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit so I can show you guys a little bit. There we go. There's a plane in there. I'm not really, to be honest, I don't know the story behind that. Psalm of Praises. The baptism pool. And oh, right there, look. That's the tomb. And the 3 crosses. All right. There's a part we had actually never been to. It says the place of prayer. Now I will say that we are cheating and we are driving. We're not walking up these. So I will say that. But you can walk up here. This is cool. I think these are all people's prayers. Somebody's wrote a prayer on a gum thing, and then I guess you leave your prayer. It says, prayed and prevailed. I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord. So people's left bracelets and prayers and everything there. Place of prayer. So on the other side, so there's like little steps that come up through here, and there is a chair, and you can pray. After the Holiness Church was set in order on May 15th, 1902, at the base of this mountain, A.J. Tomlinson, a man greatly moved by God, became intensely interested in its nature and purpose. Oh, here comes a car. Same car that followed us up the other side. That's okay. I'm actually glad to see that people are still visiting this place. It's not been visited many times, and these are like, I think, different commandments and different prayers and Bible verses and stuff, and they go all the way down, so I'm not going to be doing that. One, because I'm just not built for steps like this, and 2, because there's other people wanting to come and enjoy and everything. So there's Bible verses and prayers and commandments, and that's the Lord's Prayer. They have this really pretty little pond, and there's fish in it. It is starting to rain, unfortunately, so we have to stop for a quick bathroom break because we've been traveling today. If you saw my other videos, we just like stopped on our way in, but I am wanting to go over there and see the tomb and everything, so I want to show you this pretty cool. Okay, here's the baptism pool. This looks like somebody's house. I guess somebody lives here. I don't know. I guess that makes sense. Come on. Come on. It's about the resurrection, the garden tomb.
There's a sheep right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's dark in here and wet. This is inside of the tomb. There's the whole park right there. Last overview of everything. It's crazy. Beautiful place.